What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream from the Scalar Learning channel. And today is one of my favorite days. It is the day where we get to look at the most recently given or administered SAT. And it's kind of a crazy day because this marks officially, just doing a last little check here for sound. This marks officially the last paper SAT that will be released, which is October of 2023, right? November and December will not be released. So this is it, guys. This is my last time doing this. What's up, Krista Taylor? What's up, Bilal? Welcome to the stream. All right, we're going to keep it going. So this is it. After this, we're just going to be doing digital SATs with the SAT crash course, right? Those are our new partners. So we're going to be doing tons and tons of digital SAT stuff as this transition goes forward. And we're excited to do it. But this is it. My last real SAT. So here we go. I'm taking the November SAT on Saturday. I got 12, 10, 5, 90 on math. Help me? Well, you came to the right place, my friend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're not gonna dilly-dally. We're gonna get right to it. I'm gonna set the timer. The first section, our no calculator section. Last time doing a no calculator section. Holy smokes. Okay, so we got our no calculator section. Set the timer for 25 minutes. If this at all gets a little hard to read, I have a second copy that is typed out and all that, and we can look at that. So, but right now, hopefully this should be good to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna start the timer. I'm taking this test for the first time in real time, and we'll grade it at the end, and I'll take questions if I have time. All right, here we go. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. All right, the graph models the radioactive decay of the sodium-24 in sample over time. According to the graph at 5 hours, which defining is closest to the mass in milligrams of the sodium-24 in this sample at 5 hours? Wait, according to the graph at 5 hours, which is close? So 5 hours is right here. Reading the graph, it looks like it's about 40. C is the winner. Boom, done. All right, number 2. What is the positive solution to the given equation? Now, you can pretty much guess it's 3. I don't think there's a negative in front of that because I know this came out funny. But there's two solutions. It'd be 3 and negative 9 would be the other solution. Negative 9 plus 3 is negative 6. Absolute value that is positive 6. So 3 is the winner. Boom, done. 3. What is the graph of the given equation? Y equals 4 minus x. So that's a y-intercept of 4 and a slope of negative 1, which would be b, right? Negative slope's going down that way, and negative 1 is going down 1, over 1, down 1, over 1. So that's the 1. This is a positive slope that's out, positive slope that's out, negative slope, but that's a y-intercept of negative 4. Last but not least, if you want to double check this, you can plug in a couple points. When x is 1, it should be 3. Boom, 1, 3. When x is 4, it should be 0. Boom, 4, 0. Boom, done. All right, number 4. What is the solution to the given system of equations? All right, this is perfect for substitution, even though I normally like elimination, so we're going to plug and chug. I got y eliminated, so I'm going to take my set here. Let me make this marker a little skinnier. Hold on. So we got the second equation, so I got 15x minus 4, and I'm replacing y with what I know y equals in the first equation, 7 minus 4x, and that equals 3, and then we're going to solve for x. All right, so we're going to distribute 15x minus 28. Negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16x equals 3. 15 plus 16 is 31x. Add 28 to the other side, and we got 31. Divide both sides by 31. X equals 1. So it's either 1, 3 or 1, 11. I can plug in 1 here. 7 minus 4 is 3. So it's 1, 3. Double check over here. We said 1, 3, right? Plug in 1. So 15 minus 4 times 3 is 12. 15 minus 12 is 3. Verified. Boom, done. By the way, you can plug in the solutions like that as well and not even do the substitution if you'd like. I like doing substitution. All right, here we go. In which graph does the shaded region represent all solutions? Oh, the shading is not visible. Let me go to my second version and see if it shows up a little bit better. Yeah, that's a problem with this copy. All right, hold on 1 second. I'm going to see if I can pull it up here, and then we can look at it on the other side. Okay, so this is my second version. Shaded region represent all solutions to the given system. So I can see the system, and it's going to be, okay, so y is less than or equal to 2x plus 3. So 2x plus 3 is going to have that's the right line. Oh, they're all the same lines, it looks like, right? Yeah. So it's less than or equal to, so 2x plus 3 is the top line. 0.5x minus 6 is the bottom line because the slope of 1/2, right? It's going up 1 over 2. And it's greater than or, so the line should be solid, which they are. So it's greater than or equal to the 0.5. So it should be above the kind of like the bottom one with the smaller slope, you could say, which is true here. Not true in B. It is true in A as well, but then it should be less than the other one. So it looks like, wait, is that A or B? No, it's B. So it's less than the top one, right? Y is less than 2x plus 3. Y is greater than 0.5x minus 6. So it's that in-between region there. So B should be the winner. Yeah, I would have been in trouble if I didn't have the second copy because I can't see anything. All right, boom. Minimize that. All right. Oops. Let me zoom out. All right, let's go to the next. 6. The given function f models the annual worldwide production of avocados and millions of extra. According to the function, by how many millions did the annual worldwide population increase from 2000? Okay, so it's per year, right? So it's just the slope. 0.17. Does it say how many million? Yeah, so it's in millions. 0.17. A is the winner. It's just the slope from 2010 to 2011 because this annual worldwide production after 2 years after 2000. So how many millions did the annual worldwide production? Yeah, that's it. If you plug in 10, you get 1.7 plus that, that's where they get the 4.24, but that's not what it's asking. It's asking for the increase per year. Which equation has no soluciones? All right, so we can say, okay, it's going to have the same slope, different constant, meaning same variable, same coefficient in front of x, different constant. It's going to be D, because if I distribute this, I get 4x plus 4 equals 4x, and you can verify that by subtracting 4x from both sides. You get 4 equals 0, which is nonsensical, which means it's no solution. Boom, done. Number 8, the function f is defined by blah, 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 which of the following is not an x-intercept. So let's find out what are the x-intercepts. We got 1. It's again, what's going to zero out each of these binomials, -1 and -2. So 1, that is 1, -2, 0, that is 1, -1, 0, that is 1, 2, 0 is not. You can plug in 2 and you get 1 times 3 times 4, which should be 12, not 0. Boom, done. Double verified. Number 9, which expression is equivalent to this? Well, I can say this is 16 to the 1/2. Wait, they're multiplying. I can say 16 to the 1/2 to the x, right? It's the same thing because this would multiply in and bring us back to that. So I can simplify this a little bit because 16 to the 1/2 means the square root of 16, which is 4. So it's the same as 4 to the x. If you're not sure about that, you could plug in like 4, right? Let's see. If I plug in 4 here, I get 1/2 of 4, which is 2. 16 squared is 256. 4 to the 4th is also 256, right? 8 to the 4th is not. These other ones are not. So you can see that's a way to verify by plugging and chugging. A little tougher without a calculator, but those aren't too crazy to quickly mentally calculate or write it out. Trapezoid A, B, C, D. Let's draw a trapezoid. Hold on. Oh, I can't. All right. Let's just do a hand-drawn trapezoid. Always draw it out, right? Trapezoid A, B, C, D is similar to P, Q. Okay, so if I say A, B, C, D is similar to P, Q, R, S. So those are the corresponding vertices. Length of each side of trapezoid PQRS is 3 times the length of corresponding side. So if this is X, this is actually the bigger one, 3X. The area of trapezoid ABCD is 6 square centimeters. All right, here's the deal. I talked about this yesterday on the digital SAT, similar type of question. If you know the ratio of the side lengths are 1 to 3, okay, then the ratio of the areas are those values squared. So it would be 1 squared is 1, 3 squared is 9, okay? So if I know this is 6, and this is going to be 9 times 6, which is 54. C is the winner, boom, done. All right, number 11. Function f is defined by, now it's going to get harder, right? 11 through 15. Function f is defined by f of x equals x plus 1 squared, so parabola. In the xy plane of the graph, which is finding equations has, wait, what? So we want no x-intercepts. Okay. So currently, what is this? This has a vertex at -1, -9, right? Because it's in vertex form. So -1, -9. And it's going up, right? Because it's a positive coefficient. So let's see. If we shifted it up by 11, that would do it. That would clear the x-intercepts. Because right now, if I add 11, it's going to go up to, what is that? -1, +2, and then it's going to go up. So this is going to be the winner. Bringing it down doesn't do anything. This is shifting it to the left. That doesn't do anything. Shifting it to the right doesn't do anything, right? That's what these transformations are. So that's how you do it. Done. Okay. Let's go on to, oops, where is it? 12? All right, 12. Here we go. In the xy plane, the graph of the given equation is a circle. What is the area? Ooh, interesting. We need the radius to get this. All right, so I have to put it in our nice standard form. So we got x squared minus 10x. I like this question because it's a little spin on what we normally see. So x squared minus 10x, I got to complete the square. So I got to take half of this and square it. So -5 squared is plus 25, but I also have to add 25 to the other side. I'll do that at the end. plus y squared minus 6y. Again, complete the square. Take half of that. Negative 3 squared is 9 equals, and adding it, equals 30. But we're adding the 9 and the 25. All right. So 25 plus 9 is 34 plus 30 is 64. Now, I don't care about the left side because that's going to show me the center. They're not asking about the center. We need the area, which means we need the radius. So radius squared is this constant 64, which means the radius, therefore, is 8. And to get pi r squared for the area, it's 8 squared, 64 times pi. So 64 pi is the winner. Boom, done. Number 13, the given expression can be written as, ooh, haven't seen one of these in a while. These are fun. All right, so given expression can be written as this plus this. Now, which of the following represents A? What this is this is a polynomial division problem, which they pop up occasionally. And you don't have to do it by that method. There's other ways to do it, but I'm going to do it old school. So we're going to say it's literally going to be x squared plus x divided by x plus 5. So check it out. We look at the leading terms. How many times does x go into x squared? It goes in x times. X times that is therefore x squared plus 5x. And then we negate, subtract just like regular long division. Goodbye there. X minus 5x is negative 4x. Then how many times does it go into negative 4? Again, just look at the leading term. Negative 4, right? So minus 4. Negative 4 times that is negative 4x minus 20. And then we say negate. Those cancel out. We're left with the remainder of 20. And that's where we get the 20 over x plus 5. And the A is this portion, which is x minus 4. Now, if you're not sure about that, right? You can also try these out and be like, A is x minus 4. And you can, well, let's see, you could either plug in values and check which one's equivalent, or you could try and recombine x minus 4 with this, right? Because you have to multiply by x plus 5 over x plus 5. I'm not going to do the whole thing just for the interest of time, but you FOIL. Well, actually, let's do it. X squared, and then it's negative 4 plus 5 is plus x, and then minus 20. And then you're adding it to that, and the 20s cancel out, and you come back to x squared plus x over x plus 5. So anyways, that's another way to do it. 14. But I would recommend refreshing on polynomial division if something pops up like that. An electric circuit contains 3 capacitors, blah, 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 blah. The equation, which equation, okay, isolating quantities question, amazing. Which equation correctly gives C? So we're isolating C, let's do it. So, yowzers, we're going to need common denominators on the, what should we do? Yeah, common denominators on the left side. So that's going to be, we're going to multiply this one by EF, this one by DF, and this one by DE, right? DE over DE, I should say. I'm kind of doing shorthand in the interest of time. So I got 1 over C equals EF plus DF plus DE, because those will be the new numerators after I multiply top and bottom by these values. And then over that nice common denominator of DEF, okay? And then I think now we can just reciprocal everything. Now we have fraction equal fraction. So I got C is equal to, wait, let me just think for a second, make sure that's right. Yeah, C is equal to DEF over EF plus DF plus DE. Okay, let's see. Right here, D. Do I want to verify? No, I'm not even going to verify. This is like too much to double check. But we got it. We're good to go. Boom, done. All right, to 15. The cost of renting a bicycle is $8 for the first hour plus. They had one like this on the digital SAT I took yesterday from the SAT crash course. The cost of renting a bicycle is $8 for the first hour plus 4 for each additional hour. So it's x minus 1 because we're removing that first hour that we already paid for, okay? And this can equal my cost. Which of the following functions gives C of H dollars renting? Okay, but they did H instead of X. Fine, I'll do the same, whatever. Now, I'm looking at the answers, and they don't have what we have here. That's only because they simplified, so let's simplify. So we got 4H minus 4 plus 8. These combine to positive 4. So we got 4H plus 4D is the winner. Done. Now we're going to test, right? So if you plug in $1 hour, you get 8, which is what it said for the first hour. You plug in 2, you're going to get 2 times 4 is 8 plus 4 is 12, and that makes sense because you get 8 for the first hour, 4 for each additional hour, and so on and so forth. So you can see D is the winner by that way. All right, here we go. Free response. We're going to have a drop in difficulty. Okay, I can't really read that. I think it says, wait, 5R is equal to 3 times R plus 1. If that's the case, distribute. We get 3R plus 3. Equals 5R minus 3R. 2R equals 3, and R, we divide both sides by 2. R equals 3 over 2. But let me double check on the other copy. Hold on. Let's see. Yep, that's what it is. And then 3 has, let me double check here. 3 has, so 1.5, 2.5, times 3 is 7.5. 5 times 1.5 is 7.5. Yep, we got it. 3 halves, boom, done. Also could say 1.5. Number 17 was the positive solution to the given equation. I believe I can read. Oh, this is a nice one for substitution. You don't have to do substitution. You can just multiply it out and do your normal thing, but check this out. If I set y equal to 3x, let me make sure that's a minus, and I'm reading that right. Hold on. Yep, 3x squared minus 4x minus 12. Cool, we're good to go. So if y equals 3x, then I got y squared minus 4y, right? Just popping it in there, minus 12 equals 0. Then we're going to factor. We got what multiplies to negative 12 and adds to negative 4. That would be negative 6 and positive 2, right? Y squared, 2y, yep. Okay. And so my solutions for y are 6 or negative 2. But then I got to plug them back in here because we want x. Okay, so the negative 2 is not going to give the positive solution. So plug in 6 for y. 6 equals 3x, which means x equals 2. And we're going to plug in just to make sure. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 squared is 36. Minus 2 times 3 is 6 times 4 is 24. 36 minus 24 is 12. Minus 12 is 0. Boom, done. It works. 18. All right, here we go. Line K is shown the xy plane. Line J not shown is perpendicular. So we want the slope. What's the slope? It is opposite reciprocal of this slope, right, if it's perpendicular. So it looks like it's going down 2 over 5. So this slope is negative 2/5. So perpendicular would be reciprocal 5 over 2 and negate it. So positive 5 over 2. 5 over 2 for the win. Boom, done. Number 19 in the xy plane, the graph of blah, blah, blah. So it's an exponential where k is constant, has a y-intercept of 0, 2. What's the value of k? Okay, let's plug and chug. So they said 0, 2, oops, for y. So 2 equals negative 14 times 1/2 to the 0th power. That's just 1 plus k. Add 14 to the other side, k equals 16. That's it. Let me just make sure I'm reading it right. It looks a little funny. Negative 14 times 1/2 to the, yeah. So if we know 2 equals to the 0, wait, negative 14. No, I put negative 14. Yeah, it's 16. 0, and that's 16. So negative 14 plus 16 is 2. Boom, done. Yeah, it works. Okay. And last but not least, the perimeter of a square inscribed in a circle is 30 inches. Perimeter of a square, let's draw it out. Of a square inscribed in a circle, meaning like it's within it, right? See if we can get it as good as we can. Hold on. It's good enough. The perimeter is 30 inches. That means each side is 7.5, right? 30 divided by 4. Excuse me. The radius of the circle is x rad 2. Hold on. So radius is x rad 2. I'm going to draw a full diagonal in, and I'll show you why in a second. But if the radius is x rad 2, the full diameter of the circle is 2x rad 2. And I'm doing this because now I have a nice little 45, 45, 90 right triangle. Okay? So if you remember a 45, 45, 90 right triangle, what we know is that, you know, I have this side and this side, they're equal. And then the radius is 7.5, meaning the leg, times rad 2. So what this means is 7.5 times rad 2 equals 2x rad 2. Now we can solve for x. Kill the radicals, divide both sides by 2, and x equals 3.75. So there's your answer. Now let me just think about that for a second. 30, and the perimeter of the square inscribed in a circle is 30 inches. So that's 30 inches divided by 4 is 7.5, right? So 7.5, 7.5. And then if x is that, this would be 7.5 times rad 2, 3.75. So the radius would be 3.75. I mean, no, the radius would be 3.75. I think I did it right. I'm happy with that. Okay. Boom. We're going to stop the timer, and we're not going to grade it yet. We're going to grade the entire thing at the end. We're going to keep rolling into the calculator section. All right, let's do this. Here we go. We're going to reset, reset the timer to 55 minutes. And here we go. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, the function gives the total amount K of X in dollars Kayla earned after working X weeks for at a bookstore. Okay, what is the total amount Kayla earned in dollars? 10 weeks. All right, this is plug and chug. 10 times 260 is 2,600. A is the winner. Boom, done. Yeah, making sure I didn't misread anything. Function f is defined as x plus 4. What is the value of f of x when x equals 5? Plug and chug. 5 plus 4 is 9. A is the winner. Boom, done. Number 3. What is an equation of the graph shown? Okay, I see a line with a y-intercept of -1 and a slope of up 4 over 1. So it should be 4x minus 1 equals y, which is C. Boom, done. Obviously, it's a positive slope, so B and A should be eliminated. And then it's the wrong y-intercept, so that's another way to think about it. Here we go, number 4. On Tuesday, library employees recorded the number of books in the library drop 7 times, starting, what? Recorded the number of books in the library The number of books in the library book drop. Like where you drop the books off. I know what it's saying. Starting at 8 a.m., the line graph shows the number of books Y in the book drop X hours since. Okay. Number of books Y in the book. So here there's 2, then there's 5, then there's 1, blah, blah, blah. What is the minimum number of books in the book drop recorded during this time? 1. Right? I can't. Yeah, I mean, it should be pretty easy at this point. It's number 4, so we're good. What is the if it was a later question, I'd really double check that. What is the positive solution to the given equation? Aha. Well, I mean, it's got to be 64 because like they're literally identical both sides. The only difference is m and 64, so m has to equal 64. You know, you can square root it and do all that. Square root of a square is just 64. Square root of a square is just m, or technically like absolute value of m, but it doesn't matter. So m equals 64. Boom, done. 6. For the polynomial function f, the table shows some values of x and the corresponding values of f of x. Which of the following could be the graph? Okay. So we got -4, 0, first of all. It's definitely not A. I don't see anything up there. -4, 0 could be B. Then it says -1, 3. -1 could be that. And then 1, 5, 1. I think it's B, but let's keep going just because all 3 points match. So we got -4, 0. That could be that. Then we got -1, 3. Nope, not this because it's -1, -3 or something. Oops, so C is out. And then D, -4. Nope, it's not. Now, do you have to go through and eliminate all of these? No, I'm doing it for you guys so you can see the elimination process. But if you have the time, it's not a bad idea. Just to be extra safe. Only if you have the time. Scatter plot shows the relationship between two variables, x and y. Line of best fit for the data shown. For x equals 4, which of the following is close to the y value predicted by the line of best fit? Here's the y value predicted right there. You're using the line. Even if there's a data point, I don't see one around there, but you use the line only. The value is 10. Boom, done. Number 8. In a group of 8 children, 2 have freckles and 6 do not. If one of those 8 children is selected at random, what's the probability of selecting a child who has freckles? 2 out of 8, which is 0.25. A is the winner. Boom, done. Okay, still, on the easier side for these questions. Again, we're about to come into 11. Once we hit 11, we'll see a slight shift in difficulty usually. Ratio of Jupiter's diameter to Saturn's diameter is approximately 1.2 to 1. See how I immediately make a table, right? The diameter of Jupiter is 143,000. What is the diameter to the nearest 10,000 of Saturn? So that's our unknown. And now we can set up a nice proportion, basically, which I have here. Wasn't even mean to do that, but boom, there's a proportion, right? 1 to x, 1.2 to that. Cross multiply, boom, boom. 1.2x equals 143,000. Divide both sides by that. Hold on, let's go to a calculator. Let's do Desmos. Oh, wait, no, let's do Google Calculator. It's easier, quicker, simpler. 143, oops, hold on, 143, come on, 0, 0 divided by 1.2, hold on, 1.2, what? 119, oh, I guess it's to the nearest 10,000, yeah, so it's 120. Hold on, let me just make sure that logically makes sense. So Jupiter to Saturn, so Jupiter's definitely bigger than Saturn, right? And it said Jupiter's one, so it can't be 170. And then 83, yeah, that's like almost half. So it wouldn't make sense. All right, number 10. In the given scatter plot, the line of best fit for the data is shown, blah, blah, blah. Which of the following is an equation for the line of best fit? All right, let's look at the line of best fit. We got a nice y-intercept at 2. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. This is the only one with the y-intercept at 2. But then let's double check it just for fun. For the slope, it should be a slope of 1. It's going up 1, over 1, up 1, over 1. It matches, boom, done. All right, 11. For the linear function f, the table shows 3 values of x in the corresponding, which of the defines f? All right, another linear equation. And we got, these are really coordinates, right? 0, 13, 10, 9. That's the y-intercept, by the way, 13. And then 25, 3. Okay. They all have that nice y-intercept of 13. We need to calculate the slope. Let's choose any 2 points and subtract down. Let's do these bottom 2. So we subtract down. Difference of the y's on top, 9 minus 3 is 6. Difference of the x's on the bottom. 10 minus 25 is negative 15, which means if we reduce that, we got a slope of negative 2 over 5, right? Divide top and bottom by 3. So negative 2/5 is the only one I see in D. Boom, done. Let me make sure I didn't misread anything. Yep, we're good to go. All right. Number 12. See, a little increase in difficulty there. You notice it right away. Which of the following is equivalent to the given? All right, let me make sure I'm not misreading anything because it looks a little fuzzy. Let me go to the calculator section here. Number 12. 2. Oh, yeah, minus. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So which of the following is equivalent? So 2 minus 2, those cancel out. Oops. Negative x squared minus x squared is negative 2x squared. D is the winner. Boom, done. 13. A data set consists of 100 values. The least value is 30, and the greatest 2 values are 80 and 125. Hold on. 30, 80, 125, and then a bunch of stuff in the middle. If the value 125 is removed from the original data set to create a new data set with 99 values, which value must be true? I mean, which statement must be true? The means will be the same. Absolutely not. When you're removing the highest value, the mean is definitely going to drop. The mean of the new data set will be less. Yes, that's true. The medians of the 2 data sets will be the same. They could be, but they may not be, right? So the median of the 100 values is going to be the average of the 50 and the 51st term. The median of the 99th will be just the 50th term. So if the average is the same as the 50th term, they won't change, but they might. Again, we don't know about the medians, right? Oh, I just read that one. The median of the new, again, we don't know it'll be less. So B is the winner. Boom, done. 14. Oh, it's one of these multi-step. All right, a forestry department measures a tree trunk. Let's go back to the timer. And diameter is constantly on the ground for a tree. Data for 95 of these trees are summarized in the histogram. Oh, I can't read that at all. Let's hope the other version has it well. Hold on, let's just go here. 14. There's a histogram. 95 of these. Sorry, dropped something. For data for 95 of these trees are summarized in the histogram. First bar represents tree trunk diameter less than 6 inches. Yeah, sure. So 0 to 6. The second bar represents a trees with trunk diameter of at least 6, less than 12. All right. So everything. And is it? Did it say it's integers? No, it doesn't say integer. So technically it could be like 6 to 11.99999, whatever. Okay. So I understand that. Now let's go down. Hold on. Approximately what percentage of these trees have a trunk diameter less than 6 inches? So less than 6, it looks like it's 5 out of a total of how much did it say? Out of 95. So 5 out of 95. Let's use the calculator. Hold on. I'm going to minimize this again. 5 out of 95. Oops. 5 divided by 95 is 0.053. So B is the winner here. Boom, done. All right. Moving on to 15. Which of the following is a possible value for the median trunk? Okay, so let's talk about median real quick and a quick way to do it, right? I know some people like to write out the values, cross them off. But if it says we have 95 total values, we know the median is in the exact middle of 95. So where is that, right? You can divide 95 by 2 and it's 47.5. But that means that the middle is actually the 48th value, and I'll prove it to you. So we have 95 values. That means I have 47 values to the left, 47 to the right, and then the 48th in the middle. That's 94 when you add those together, plus 1 is 95. So I know the 48th value is the median. So where does the 48th value fall? Hold on. I wish I could write on this. So hold on. 5, then we got another 10, so that's 15, another 30, so that's 45, 46, 47, 48. So it's in between 18 and 24, less than 24 though. So it can't be 25. It can't be less than 18, so 10 and 15 are out. 20 is the only winner. Boom, done. 16. All right, we're done with that multi-step one. Let's minimize this. The 3 candidates who ran for city council position received a total of blah, 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 that many votes. The ratio of votes for the first, hold on. Okay, the ratio of votes for the first to the second was approximately, let's make a little table like I like to do, 4 to 1. Okay. The ratio of the, so we'll say 4x to 1x. That's a little nicer if we need to make an algebraic equation. Ratio of the votes to the first candidate to the third candidate. First candidate to the third candidate was approximately 100 to 13. Oh, okay, wait, how am I going to do this to make this easier? Oh, I know what we'll do. Reset. We'll say first to third is 100 to 13, easier. And now we go back to this. Ratio of first to second is 4 to 1, which is the same as 100 to 25. Okay, now we got nice whole numbers. I could have done it the other way using a calculator and decimals, but this is much better. Okay, based on this information, which of the following is close to the number of votes received by the first candidate? Now we can make a nice equation, right? This plus that equals the total votes. 14,705. All right, 1 plus 25, 100 plus 25, 125 plus 13 is 138. 138x equals 14705 divided by 138 divided by 138. Let's use the calculator. Hold on. 14705. Oops. 05 divided by 138. That's 106. Wait, what? Oh, that's X. Sorry. I was like, what? That answer's not showing up there. Good thing they didn't put it because maybe I would have been fooled. 106. That's bad on me. So remembering what we're solving for. X is 106.5. Now they're asking, oh, and I should have boxed this. Sorry, guys. That's a tip that I always give, and I didn't do that. Number of votes received by the first candidate. So what's the first? 100X. See, I refer back to that amazing table that we created. So 100 times this, we just move the decimal over. Boom, boom. So it's 10,650 approximately. C is the winner. Boom, done. All right, 17. We got to go down here. All right, 17. Let's go back to the timer. We're doing good on time. Kai went on a bike ride. During the first mile of his bike ride, rode at constant speed S. After the first mile of his ride, Kai increased his speed by 100%. Hold on. So which of the following expressions represents Kai's speed after this first? Okay, it's 2S. That's it. If you increase something by 100%, what you're doing is you're taking your value, taking 100% of it, which is the value itself, and you're adding it to it. For example, if I'm going 50 miles per hour, 100% increase is 100% of that. You're adding 50 to that, and you're getting 100. AKA, you're effectively doubling it, which is why 2S is the answer. All right, 18. Which of the following dot plots represents the data set with the greatest standard deviation? What do I always say about standard deviation? Don't have to know how to calculate it, but you just got to know roughly what it means. And what it means is the spread. So which data set looks the most spread out? To me, this has kind of a short range. You know, they're somewhat compact together. This has the lowest standard deviation for sure. It's all tightly packed. This one is kind of like A, but a little bit spread. But D is really spread out. So D is the winner. And also look at the numbers, but all the numbers were the same. So we're good to go. Boom, done. 19. See, difficulty slowly, leveling up. State representative wants to increase the amount of driving practice time required for a student to earn a driver's license. Representative surveyed a random sample of 50 from the 250 students taking the driver's education test at Jefferson High School. The survey reported that 62% of students taking the class agree that driving practice time should be increased with an associated margin of error of 5%. Immediately, I'm taking that margin of error and I'm adding it and subtracting it to that 62, making a 57 up to 67%. Okay, I guarantee you those numbers are going to show up somewhere. Based on the results of the survey, how many of the students surveyed agreed with the proposed change? So they said, how many of the students surveyed, not of the total, right? So we're just taking 62% of the 50. 62, how many of the, right? Wait, now I'm double, because I know they have both answers here. Wait, 62%, 50, because the language makes me think it should just be 31. I bet you 62% of that is 155, and that's why they put that there. But they said, they didn't say, how, based on the results of the survey, how many of the students in the education class agree with the proposed change, right? So they said, based on the results of the survey, how many of the students surveyed? So I don't think they're including, let me just think about it for one more second. I don't think they're including, yeah, because they're talking about the random sample that was surveyed. So I think 31 is the winner. Boom, done. Okay. 20. Which of the following populations can the results of the survey at Jefferson High School be extended to? Well, the random sample was taken from 250 students taking the driver's education class. So it's the kids in the driver's education class, not at any high school. The random sample was students taking the driver's education class, because you have to look, where's the random sample coming from? It's 50 coming from the pool of only 250 students taking the driver's ed class at Jefferson High School. If you want to apply it to any U.S. high school, you have to be like, hey, we're surveying across the nation a random sample of driver ed classes across the U.S. Then it can apply there. If they said students at Jefferson High School, it'd have to be a random sample of students at Jefferson High School. It wasn't. It was more specific. All right, hope that made sense. 21. Which quadratic equation has exactly one distinct real solution, aka which one has a, what's it called, discriminant that equals 0? All right. Oh, this is going to take a while. Wait. Negative. We can shortcut it. It's got to be D. I'll tell you why. D is a perfect square, but we're going to also show you what the discriminant is and why it equals 0. I was looking for a perfect square. Reason why a perfect square has one real solution is because it's going to be x minus 4 twice, right? And I know it's a positive 16, and those add to negative 8. So that's why it works. My solution is only 1, which is 4. But what is the discriminant? B squared minus 4ac. Negative 8 squared is 64 minus 4. A is 1. C is 16. Oops, 16. And 64 minus 64 is indeed 0. Boom, done. 22. In school debate club, each student earns 2 credits if they participate in debate and lose. Wait. Oh, that's if they lose, and 4 credits if they participate in a debate and win. Okay, 2 if they lose, 4 if they win. A student receives an award after earning. A student receives an award after earning 100 credits. The credits needed for an award. Okay, so X is the number of losses. Y is the number of wins. Yeah, all right, I figured. Okay, which graph? Okay, so here's my equation. You know, if I want to graph any equation, I'm always going to put it into slope-intercept form, so it's just easy. Well, actually, we could do intercept because it's instant. Let's do intercept. No, you know what? Let's keep it consistent. If you just consistently put it in slope-intercept form, I think it's the easiest. 4y equals negative 2x plus 100. Divide both sides by 4. Y equals negative 2 divided by 4 is negative 1/2 x plus 25. So we need a y-intercept of 25, which we have here, not here, not here, and not here. Okay, it's got to be A. And you can double check that too, right? If you plug in 50, do we zero out? Yes, 50 times negative 1/2 is negative 25 plus 25 is 0. So we got some good confirmation there. We're done. 23. All right. Rectangle X. Here, let's draw this out. Rectangle X has a length of 12 centimeters and a width of 2.5. Right triangle X, Y. Hold on, I need to draw that out. I also just do, all right, that was bad. Let me draw it with the line tool. Make it look nice. Boom, we need a right triangle. Okay. And it says, what? Right triangle has a base of 10. Base could be either, whatever. I'm just going to put it there. Either of these two could be base or height. Depends on how you interpret it, right? And then the area of rectangle X, is 3 times the area of rectangle. Okay, so it's 3 times whatever this is. So the area of this is, here, let's do calculator. Wait, no, 24 is 30. It is 30, but double check, 2.5. Okay, so this is 30. So the area of rectangle X, no. Sorry. Rectangle X is 3 times the area of the right triangle, which means the area of this is 10, okay? Well, to get an area of 10, the height has to be 2. I'm going to tell you why. So if you remember the formula for area of a right triangle, it's 1/2 base times height. So we could have written the formula, right? We need an area of 10 equals 1/2 base times an unknown height. 1/2 of 10 is 5. 5h equals 10. Divided by 5, we get a height of 2. But I also kind of knew that, like, 10 times 2 is 20. Divided by 2 is 10. So the base is 2. Let me just make sure I read everything right. Right triangle Y is a base of 10. The area of rectangle X, which is this guy, so that's 30. Yeah, it's got to be right. Boom, done. 24. According to a 2008 study, there are 5 known subspecies of tigers living in the wild. Scientists estimated there were a total of 4,000 tigers in the wild. Of these, 450 were Amur, and X were Bengal. Which inequality represents all possible numbers of tigers in the wild in 2008 that belong to the Bengal tiger subspecies. Okay, hold on. There are 5 known species of sub-tigers, including the Amur and the Bengal. Scientists estimated there were a total of 4,000. So we'd have 400. Wait, how would we set this up? Okay, so 450 plus X. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So 450 are Amur tigers, right? The Bengals cannot be more than 4,000 minus 450, right? Because we already know that we're taking away Amur. So 4,000 minus 450. So it has to be less than 3,550. But there's 3 other species. Right? So there's Amur, Bengal, and 3 other species. So assuming in the minimum we have 3 others, just one of each, right? That's this minus 3, which that's where I think they get this. And of these 450. So I think it had to be less than this, but then assuming it's at least 1, I think it's C. It couldn't be 4,000. So that doesn't make any sense. Obviously, wait. This would say it's greater than 20,000. That makes no sense. This would say it's greater than 500, but there's no cap on it. That doesn't make any sense. So it's got to be C. Boom, done. 25. All right, back to the timer. Now we're going to get to the hardest of the multiple choice. Last one was actually pretty interesting, I guess, tricky. Okay, which of the following additional pieces of information triangle DF is a right triangle? If we know that DF is 4 because it's a 3, 4, 5. The length of segment DF. So 2, yes. The measure of angle D. So it's definitely 2. See, now here's the thing. To prove whether right triangle DEF is a right triangle. If you know the measure of angle D, like if you know it's 90, if you know it's 90, obviously you know it's a right triangle, and it looks like that'd be the right angle, but it might not necessarily be, because what if D was like 40? Because it may not be drawn to scale. This is weird. So D is 40. So what if D were 40 or something? Let's assume this is not 4. Let's say D was 40, and then we don't really know, right? Because then this could be the hypotenuse if it's not drawn to scale. Let me think. Yeah, because if DF was 4, it's a right triangle. If DF is not 4, it's not a right triangle. And hold on, let me look at the other diagram just to be safe. See if there's any information I'm missing. 25. Nope. Oh, I'm struggling. Provides enough information to prove whether DEF is a right triangle. Pythagorean's theorem for DF and D. Because if D wasn't right, theoretically, E could be 90, right? And then F could be 50. I know it doesn't look like it. It could be, right? And you could say it's not drawn to scale. Oh, wait, this wouldn't make sense. We'd have to do it the other way, right? But let's say it's, because this is the bigger side. If this is 50 and this is 40 or something, but then again, I don't know if I'm extrapolating too much. If we know this is 50, I could do law of sines to find the other angles. We don't usually use law of sines in the SAT, but you could. Sine of this over that equals sine of F over that, and you could get the other angles. Oh, you know what this is? I know what it is. It's basically, it's the case of the ambiguous triangle. Because if I know side angle, there are potentially two triangles that you can come up with. You see what I mean? Because it's not one of our triangle congruence theorems, angle, side, angle, side, angle, side, 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 side. Well, also hypotenuse, like these other ones. Side, side, side would be DF. So yes, that would be definitive. I'm going to say just 2 only. It's weird. I want to see what the answer says. So we're going to go with that. That's a tough one. But I'm assuming it's actually, it's one of these 2. Let's go with 2. Well, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and we'll check why. But that's what I'm thinking, because I think it's a little ambiguous. All right, according to the model, if 100 people see a sequence of 3 letters, 87 of them will recall the sequence. The model predicts that the number will decrease by 14% of the number the previous year. So if a decrease of 14%, meaning we minus 14%, right, from 100. So you minus that, that's 0.86. I'm just thinking about my exponential equation. So initial value times 0.86, and then that's to the t power. Which function represents this model where f of t is the predicted number of people who recall the sequence? So I think what we got here is basically what we're shown in option C, and I think that's correct. 87 times 0.86 to the t power. Let me just double check one more time. Because, according to the model, 100 people see a sequence. 87 of them will recall the sequence immediately after seeing it, aka when t is 0. So that would give us 87 correctly. So these 3 have that 87 up here. But yeah, this is an increase of 14%. That's a decrease. So I'm pretty confident C is the winner. Boom, done. 27. One of the 2 linear equations in the system is this. The system has no solution. That means same slope, different y-intercept. So immediately, wait, which equation could be? Okay, so immediately what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the slope for this equation. So it's 7y equals positive 6x, right? Added to the other side, minus 6. Divide by 7, y equals 6 over 7x minus 6 7. So we're looking for a slope of 6 7ths and a different y-intercept, any different y-intercept. So if I look at this one, oh, it's A. The system has no solution because look, if I look at this one, I minus 6x, 7y negative equals negative 6x, divide both sides by negative 7, y equals positive 6 7ths x. So it's the same slope, different y-intercept. It's got to be A. If I look at these other ones, let's quickly think about it. This is going to take forever to see, right? If I bring this over, add 21 over 4, multiply by the reciprocal. So 21 over 4 times 8 over 49 would be 2, and then that would be 3 over 7. So that would also be 6 over 7. But I'm assuming the y-intercepts would match up, because if you multiply this by 8 over 49, you get 2, 3, 6. Yep, you get the same y-intercept. So these are actually the same lines. This one, you add 20. How's my time doing? I'm doing pretty good on time, but I'll just explain it. So this one, you add 21 over 4 on the other side, and then you multiply by you divide by negative 14, which is the reciprocal. 1 over 14 negative. So that becomes 3. That becomes 2. So that becomes 3 over 8. So that's wrong. That's not the same slope. And this one, you minus 6x and you divide by negative 7. Again, you get the same line because you get the same y-intercept. So that would be infinite solutions. So A is confidently the winner. Boom, done. 28. Let me minimize this. A cottonwood tree has a trunk diameter of 2 inches. Well, let me draw it out. So cottonwood trunk of 2 inches. Oh, wait, no, say diameter, right? Let's do a full line across. So we got 2 inches for the diameter. So a cottonwood, so this is cotton. At the time it was planted, the tree has a trunk diameter of 22.4 x years after it was planted, and this is the equation, represents the situation. So 22.4 x years after it was planted. Which statement best is the interpretation? Which statement is the best interpretation of 0.64? Okay, let me think about this for a second. So 0.64 is probably how much it's growing per year, right? Y-intercept is 2, and then you basically 0.64 is how much is growing per year. Or sorry, 0.64x. They're asking now what 0.64 is. 0.64x is the amount it's grown in X years. That's the total amount it's grown in X years. That's what we say. So the total increase of the tree trunk's diameter, I would say A is correct. The tree trunk's diameter, X years, nope, because that would be plus 2 would give that. The maximum tree trunk, nope, that's 22.4. The total increase each year, nope, that would be just 0.64 without the X. 29, let's keep it going. Okay, let me double check on the other one to make sure it's all good. 1 second. Scroll down here. All right. So the graph of the equation y equals blah, blah, blah is that which of the following is the form of the equation? Maximum value is a constant or coefficient. What are they talking about? They're talking about vertex form, okay? So when they're saying maximum, they're talking about the vertex. Where is the vertex here? Well, we can put this into vertex form by just putting, doing our thing. So what we're going to do is, wait, actually, is there an easier way? The easier way... The vertex is right here. I'm not going to do all that and convert it. There's an easier way. Vertex is right in between the x-intercepts. What's in between 8 and 32? Take the average. 8 plus 32 is 40 divided by 2 is 20. So I know my vertex is 20 comma something. I could plug it in. Let's see if I can do it mentally. 20 squared is negative 400 plus 20 times 40 is 800. So it's positive 400. Minus 256 is 144. So it should be 2144. So that's what we should see in vertex form. That's what we see here, right? X minus 20, that's the x value of the vertex, plus 144, y value of the vertex. There's a constant with the max value of y, which is 144. That's how you do it. Boom, done. Last one, 30. This should be one of the hardest, and then we move on to a nice decrease in difficulty in the free response. If x minus 3, let me just make sure I'm reading that right. Scroll down. Okay. If x minus 3 over 7 equals x minus 3 over 9, the value of x minus 3 is between which of the following pairs of values? Well, it's definitely 0, because how else could I have something divided by 7 equals something divided by 9? So it's B. Negative 1 and 1. Let me just make sure. Yeah. I mean, should I even bother trying to solve this? If I'm cross-multiplied, I get 9x minus 27 equals 7x minus 21. And then I bring it over here, I get 2x equals negative 27 plus negative 21. 27 plus negative 21 is 8. Wait a minute. I was wrong. X is 4. Oh, but it said X is 4. No, it's not 8. It's 6. Oh, geez. My entire answer was correct at the beginning. I should have rolled with that. Uh-oh. I think the thing went away. Hold on. I have to refresh. Yeah, I was right. But, hold on. I just did some bad mental math. All right, there's my toolbar back. So, actually, sorry about that. 27 plus negative 21 is 6. My bad. So then divided by 2, x equals 3. So, but it said the value of x minus 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. So B is correct. Boom, done. It was 0. All right, 31. An object has a mass of, here, let's minimize this for now. An object has a mass of 200 grams and a volume of 10 cubic meters. What is the density in grams per cubic centimeter? When they say something per something, it's something divided by something. So that means 200 grams divided by 10 cubic centimeters. 200 divided by 10 is 20. There's your answer. Boom, done. 32. An artist notice the decrease in difficulty as we get into the free response. The artist decorates square plates using the same pattern of blue and green tiles where the ratio of blue to green, notice my chart, is 3 to 2. For a certain plate, the artist uses 120 and 20 N green tiles. All right, look, we got a proportion immediately set up. What is the value of N? Put little things under here, set them equal to each other, cross multiply. 3 times 20N is 60N equals 2 times 120, which is 240. Divide both sides by 60N equals 40. We're just going to rock it and move on. All right. Number 33, y equals 3x plus 9, y equals blah, blah. What is the solution to the given equation? We want the y value. Look at this. It's perfectly set up for elimination. I'm not going to change anything. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not misreading anything with the other copy in case anything got blurred out. Yeah, it's good to go. So negative 3x plus 3. So we're going to add them together, and I get y plus y is 2y. Negative 3, the x's cancel out, equals 9 plus 3 is 12. Divide both sides by 2, y equals 6. 6 is the winner. Done. All right, moving on to 34. A circle has been divided into 3 non-overlapping regions. Okay, let's draw a circle, and let's say we got one, region, okay, I don't know how to do this, so maybe make like a little pie chart. Okay, and then it says region 1 is 4 pi. I've never seen a question like this. This is interesting. Region 2 is 12 pi, and region 3 is 16 pi. If a point in the circle is selected at random, what is the probability of selecting a point that does not lie in region 2? Hold on, I didn't mark this correctly. So this is 1. Region 2 is this one, and region 3 is this one. So not region 2 is 1 or 3. So I add those together. That's 20 pi divided by the total, which is 20, 32 pi. Pi's obviously cancel out. 20 over 32, that's how you can do it as a fraction. So divide top and bottom by 4, and I get 5 over 8. 5 over 8 is fine, or what is that? 0.65, I believe. But anyways, 35, 1980 Year I was born, the world population was 4.4 billion people. Model created at that time predicted this population would grow at a rate of 0.067 billion people each year, so linear. In 2015, the world population was 7.35 billion. What is the positive difference in billions between the actual world population and the models predicted? Okay, so it was 4.44 billion plus 0.07x, what is that rate per year? And 2015, that's 35 years, so I'm going to multiply it by 35. Let's do it in the calculator. So we got 4.44 plus 0.076 times 35, and that is 7.1. But in fact, it was 7.35. What is the positive difference between this and the actual world population in billions? Okay, good. Minus 7.1, which we got there. We can do that mentally. That's 0.25. So 0.25 billion or 250 million. That's how you do it. Done. All right, 36. Now it's going to get hard again. And that one was actually a little tricky too, to be honest. So we got the given function M models the mass of the radioactive isotope carbon-14 in the sample in picograms T years after the initial measurement. Okay, how much time in years does it take for the mass in the sample to decrease to 5 picograms? So I'm going to plug in 5 for M, and we're going to solve for T. So we got 1/2 to the T over 5730. Divide both sides by 10. I get 1/2 equals 1/2 to the whatever it was. T over, what is that, 573? Oh, that's supposed to be a 0. 5730. But I look at this and I'm like, well, it's supposed to be 1/2 is equal to 1/2. What's going to make this 1/2? It's going to make it 1/2 if T is 5730. That's it, right? So you plug that in and you get, and it would work even if you go back here, right? 5730 over that is just 1. 1/2 to the 1 is 1/2 times 10 does equal 5. Boom, done. So it's 1 half-life basically. 37. I believe that half-life is accurate. I think carbon-14 is about 6,000 years. That's my recollection. So scatter plot shows the number of housing units in 2010, 2018 for each of 11 U.S. states. Line of best physics equation y equals ax, where a is a constant, is also shown. A point lies above this line if and only if it represents a state with an increase in housing units from greater than 7%. What is the value of A? Wait, what? Oh, okay. So that was pointless. They just want the slope. Hold on. I'm going to have to look at the other one to make it clear. It's kind of blurry. All right. So let me read again. Somewhere in a line of 11 U.S. states. So there's 11 dots, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. And then a line of best fit, y equals ax. Cool. A point lies above this line if and only if it represents a state with an increase in housing units greater than 7. What is the value of A? Well, A would be the slope. And how do I see the slope clearly? Like above 7%. And then, so if it is housing units in 2018 where A is constant, a point lies above this line if and only if it represents a state with an increase in housing units greater than 7%. The A value looks really close to 1, right? But it must be bigger than 1. How do we get it accurate? Wait, hold on. This is an interesting question. Let me think about it. 11 states. How do I get that slope? What is it? And does that 7%? Oh, I get it. So basically, the slope should be 1.07 because that's a 7% increase. A is 1.07. All right, let me show you what I mean. Okay, that's where the 7% comes into play because the slope is literally, the y value divided by the x value, and a 7% increase from 18 to 2010 would be the 2018 value divided by the 2010 value, right? And so, look here. You see it's a little bit above 400,000. That's probably like, at this point, it would be, what is that? Maybe like 440,000 over 400,000. And since it goes through the origin, right? That's all you have to think about for the slope. You don't have to compare 2 points and subtract. You just look at an isolated point. But anyways, we should see a 7% increase, or there should be a constant ratio of the y value being 7% bigger, aka 1.07 times the x value. So that's how you do it. All right, 38. I thought that was pretty hard personally. So we got this one. We got a circle in the xy plane center at 4, -5, okay? And has a radius of 2. Let's draw that out. A radius of 2 like so. And then it says an equation of the circle is this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to put this together first, and then, wait, how should I do this? Let me think about it for a second. Yeah, okay. I'm going to create the equation of the line from what the information they've given us. So it's x minus the x value, which is 4 squared, plus y minus the y value, which is -5, so plus 5 squared, equals the radius squared, 2 squared, which is 4. Okay, let's multiply this out and simplify and set everything equal to 0. So if I FOIL that, it's x squared. How much time do we have? Oh, let me minimize this. 14 minutes. We're doing great. X squared minus 8x plus 16. And then here we have plus y squared plus 10y plus 25 equals 4. Oh my God, the handwriting. It's not my fault. It's Muriel's being weird. Okay, so then I got, let's simplify and bring everything to the left side. X squared minus 8x plus y squared plus 10y. And then 16 plus 25 is 41 minus 4 is 37 equals 0. And they wanted that C value, which is 37. So that's it. 37 is the winner. Boom, done. Let me just make sure I didn't make a mistake. So if I did have 37 there, let's bring it back. So then it's x squared minus 8x plus y squared plus 10y equals, and we said C is 37, right? Equals -37. And then if we're adding half of that squared, which is 16, adding half of that squared, which is 25, you add 25 and 16. And look, 41 plus -37, you come back to that radius squared of 4, which is what we wanted because I said the radius is 2. That's it. We did it. 37 is the winner. All right. Woo! That was the last one we're doing for the paper SATs. Let's stop the timer and let's grade it. Let's see how we did. All right. So here are the math answer. Wait, let's do it like from the other document so I can see it while I grade it. All right. I think it's in here, down here. Reading, writing, and math. All right, let's do the no calculator first. So we're going to start with this, and we're going to get the pen to be red. Here we go. C, B, B, C, B. C, B, B, C, B. All right, amazing. Number 6, we've got, let's see, A, D, D, A, C. A, D, D, A, C. Number 11, we got D, D, A, D. I'm going to do by 4. That's what I normally do. D, hold on. D, D, A, D. And then 15 is also D. All right, free response. So far, so good. And we got, let's see, 3 halves, correct. Hold on. 2 is correct. There it is. 5 halves is correct. I saw it there. 16 and 3.75. 16. I didn't circle it. My bad. And 3.75. Boom, done. All right. Everything right in the no calculator. Now on to the calculator. The final section. Here we go. AACD. Oops. Sorry. AACD. All right. So far, so good. Number 5. We got DBAA. DBAA. Number 9, CDDD. CDDD. So far, so good. We haven't gotten to that one question that I was unsure about. 13 is BBCC. BBCC. All right, moving on to 17. Halfway through. So far, so good. Let's see. DDBD. DDB. This is a hard math, by the way. I gotta say, now that I've taken it, it was pretty hard. I wonder what you guys think. 21 is DABC. DABC. All right. 23 is, or 24. Sorry, wait. 20. Where am I? DABC. Oh, 25. Sorry. CCAA. Oh no, it was C. Okay. So I want to, wait, it did say 25 is C, right? Yeah. All right. So we got that one wrong. That one, I mean, like, I got to see, because that's what I thought they were going for side angle. And then it's an ambiguous triangle. So theoretically, you could have a different type of triangle, right? I mean, if you're like us, did it say that EF is the hypotenuse definitively? If we're, look, if we're meant to assume, okay, that EF is the hypotenuse, is the largest side, which I don't feel like we had enough information, especially if the triangle is not drawn to scale. But it didn't say that, but fine. If we're to assume that it's the hypotenuse, yes, knowing D definitively whether it's 90 or not would tell us one way or the other, is it a right triangle, okay? So maybe that's where we have the difference of opinion, but all right, I'll take the L. All right, 26, CAABB. CAABB. All right, so we got the rest of those right. Now let's go to the free response. Here we go. We got 24 and 6. So 24. Wait, was it 4 or 40? What did I put? Oh my God, I wrote 40. I meant 4. 60 times 4 is obviously 240. Not. If you guys caught that, good for you. My bad. I gotta take the L. I wrote it wrong. That was a stupid mistake. All right. And then we got 6 is correct. 5/8 is correct. 0.25 is correct. We got 5730 is correct. 1.07 is correct. And 37. All right. Well, there's another good message. Obviously, I didn't check my work. I never do on the live streams. But if you're taking this for real, make sure to go back and check your work. Like, come on, that was such a bad mistake. Shouldn't have made that. That one, what can I say? All right. Let's see if we got any quick questions. And I got bounce. All right. Thank you guys, everybody, for joining, by the way. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't liked this video and you do like it, I'd really appreciate it. It helps the channel tremendously. And this is the final one. I'm never doing one of these again for the paper test. So this is my final paper test, official released. So much fun. I love doing these. No calculator section is my favorite. So we're saying goodbye now officially to the no calculator section with the new SAT coming up. But anyways, let me see who caught that. 1460, December. Best of luck. I got a 1460. Congratulations. Oh my God, this is the test I took. Hey, good, Krista. That's what I want you to see, right? For real, he helped me raise my score. Whoa, that's insane. Congratulations. If you want to do a video testimonial, let me know. 1200, a bad score. Look, when people ask if it's a bad score or a good score, it depends on what you're thinking about in terms of where you want to apply to college and what scholarships you're going for, etc. If you haven't seen it yet, watch my video on everything you need to know about the SAT. That will go through different scholarship opportunities in different schools that will make you a potential candidate based on your score. Of course, it's not a bad score. It's above the national average, which is 1,000. So, and again, not even saying below that is bad. It depends on your goals. Okay, but don't even think about that. Think about how you can improve, and how you can improve is true and tried practice, repetition, studying, etc. That's the thing I tried. Nothing clicks. 510. Okay. So guys, tomorrow we're going to go over final tips and strategies. We're going to do a big, long live stream in the morning. And for you digital SAT test takers, I got a surprise as well. That's going to be great. So everybody make sure to come on and join me tomorrow morning, bright and early. Probably going to start off at 8 a.m. PST to make sure all my international students can see this. Vihan, you're very welcome. That's a huge jump, 80 points. Congratulations. Okay, guys, I got to bounce. I got a long day. Thank you so much for joining. This is it, guys. Give me a like if you haven't yet, because this is my final paper SAT that I'm ever going to do in terms of like a new one for the first time in real time. Okay? Thank you guys so much for joining, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.